Hey, it's Junkman for VintageRock.com. We're here at NAMM 2015, and I'm at one of my favorite places to be. This is the lovely Lisa Johnson. Lisa is the author of 108 Rockstar Guitars, and it's a really interesting book, which she's going to tell you all about. But what's so special is about it. Last year we talked about it. There's this big beautiful leather tooled book. And it's been out for about a year or so now?
A year, yeah.
About a year now.
Christmas 2013, yeah.
And now
it came out October 8th, actually, 108.
108, yeah, exactly, for the 108 Rockstar Guitars. And now we've got a soft cover copy of it that's come out just in time for the new year. So again, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks, Sean.
Lisa Johnson. Lisa Johnson is well, you've been all over the world with your camera. You've met probably every rock star that you ever wanted to meet, got in touch with their guitars, took some great shots, and put together this killer book.
It's been the ride of my life, honestly, to photograph these guitars and be able to get up this close and personal to a guitar and see like wear and tear details on the guitar that really personify the artist without them being in the image. Keith Richards' skull ring that's etched the pick guard of his ES350, and Ronnie Wood on the back of his L5. He's got a newspaper clipping from the first night he ever performed with the Stones. It said, "Ronnie Wood provides fine support for the Stones," and he's got that taped onto the back of his guitar. That's his mojo, and those are the guitars they warm up with before shows. So usually you see Keith out there with his telly. This is the Gibson ES350 that he wanted photographed for the book. Yeah. So the whole book is 396 pages, which also totals a 9. The element 108 is very cosmic as a yoke number throughout the book, and so 396 pages and 108 artists are covered in the book. And so behind us, there's some of the images that are in the book too. Sure. Steve Miller and Brian Setzer. Every guitar manufacturer's been also celebrated in it. Gretsch and Dean Guitars.
The Eric Clapton Blackie you did as well?
Actually, I did Brownie.
Brownie, okay.
Brownie's in this book, and that particular guitar sold for over $450,000 at auction. When Clapton sold the first round of guitars in 1999 at Christie's, and I was privileged to gain access, and I photographed 105 of the 107 that were auctioned. Brownie was one of them. It sold for the most. He raised $5 million in one day, selling his cherished prizes. I mean, his Layla
for his rehab center,
to raise money for the drug rehab center in Antigua. And I got to go there this year and tour the property.
Not as a patient, I would hope.
Not as a patient. I went there on holiday, and I got to make an arrangement to present them. So they have a copy of the book in their library, and they have a picture of Brownie hanging on their wall in there. So cool. So it's been really fun. I mean, not only gaining access to these amazing instruments and feeling the vibration coming off of Jimmy Page's 1968, double neck Gibson,
the one and only
1275 Stairway to Heaven guitar, and with the big etch down the center pickguard on there that I've never seen captured in a photograph before.
You're the first.
It's the first one I've seen. So, that was the book that came out last Christmas, the hardcover. And then Hal Leonard, I met up with them at NAMM last year, and I brought them the hardcover, and I said, I'd really love to do a softcover edition of this book. And they loved the idea. So here's Hal Leonard coming out with the same book, the same number of pages and images, and the same 6-color process. So, with 2 tip varnishes. So the images in the hardcover and this book have this top tip varnish that makes the images just pop off the pages.
Fly right out of the book.
There's Steve Vai's Evo guitar. He doesn't even bring this guitar out anymore, I don't think. I mean, it's.
But he gave you access.
I got it. And there's
Gary Rossington. They played Leonard Skinner played last night here at NAMM.
And Last Man Standing too in that show. Yep. Gary Rossington, the original.
The last of the guys.
Jorma Kaukonen, his signature. There's the Hotel California guitar.
Yep.
And so Hal Leonard's just done a tremendous job. This is Richie Kotzen.
Yep. Who's here today?
Yeah, I haven't seen him, but hopefully he'll come by. There's Steve Miller's Gretsch headstock on his workbench, the Guitar Tech's bench.
Again, for any fan of music, guitars, photography, Lisa's captured it all. She's really done a great job with this. And it's a really cool book. You've got other things inside too, like explain some of those.
Okay, well, actually, in the soft cover, we couldn't put all the bells and whistles.
You got a lot of them, though.
In the hardcover edition, we have a guitar pick in the back of every book. There's one guitar pick, and there's 3 different designs. So the only way you can get all 3 designs is if you meet up with me at NAMM or a book signing, or actually they're available for purchase on my website now. But they're low limited edition, only so many were made. And then it comes with this little zine, this little inspiration behind the making of 108 Rockstar Guitars, how I got started shooting guitars and stuff. Because actually it all started because of a mandolin I wanted to buy for my daddy.
For your dad, yeah.
And so I photographed some guitars in a trade for a mandolin, which I got from my dad. And I fell in love with photographing guitars. Then I moved to New York, and Les Paul played every Monday night at the Iridium Room, and I just thought...
And you worked for Kodak, you know, so, you know, what photographer at that time would not want to work for Kodak, you know?
Oh, true. I worked for Kodak in the last of the golden days, and yeah, I love Kodak.
So you saw the changeover.
Saw the changeover, and us Kodakers still bleed yellow, you know. I still have a freezer full of film.
I got a few.
And I'm going to pull that film out for the next book coming out. So the next book will also be similar in that way. This book started with black and white film, transitioned to color infrared film, color negative, color transparency, then digital.
You got me excited.
Early digital, then medium digital, and then high-end digital, now what we have today. And the new book will have as well black and white, color infrared, because I'm going to be shooting that now as we go. And of course digital.
Have you got a title yet?
Not yet.
Still working on it.
Still working on it. It's going to be very special though, because
I'm sure it will.
I've spent a lot of time in the deep South, in Mississippi and Louisiana, and I have a lot of really
got your mojo working.
Major blues artists down there. So I'm really excited for that project to continue to develop.
I'm excited too, just to know, you know, I've seen this. I can't wait for the next one. You know, I told you that last year. Can't wait for the next one.
And thanks for always being on top of what's going on with me. I really appreciate you guys so much.
The website again, where people can look at a little bit more online if they have time.
Yeah, they can go to my website. It's easy. 108rockstarguitars.com. 108rockstarguitars.com. And the book's available. The softcover's available on Amazon. It's in every Guitar Center and every Barnes & Noble. Hal Leonard's done a phenomenal job distributing the book. And the hardcover is getting to be more and more a collector's piece now. It's currently only available on Amazon through resellers, and you can get it on my website signed. I'll mail it to you signed. So 108rockstarguitars.com.
Remember that. So again, Lisa, appreciate everything you do. We hope that again that it's as big as a success as the hard copy one, you know, and then you know, buy the package deal, you know, buy them both, you know. You've got friends that are all about this, you know. People are going to want this book. So
I had a friend last year. She ordered 4 cases of these. There's 4 to a case, and she gave them to everybody on her list. Yeah.
A wonderful gift for family and friends. So again, 108 Rockstar Guitars, the lovely Lisa Johnson. I'm Junkman, vintagerock.com, and NAMM 2015.